Hey guys, it's Chocolate Thunder here, back to do another video prompt. I've really been debating doing this video prompt, but since watching other people's videos, I've decided to make my own contribution to this kind of debate. I don't like debates, so I was asked that nobody leaves any sort of hateful mail to me, anything like that. I will delete it and I will report you if it's very offensive. Because for a start, I don't believe in bullying. I think it's unfair, and that's one problem I have with doing this prompt is I don't want to open up a can of worms, as it were. Um, I've decided to do it just because I saw some people and they brought my faith back into it because I was really worried that this was just going to kick off, and I don't want that in my hobby, and I don't want that in the community that my hobby is involved in. So that's why I didn't do the prompt till now. This one is about recasts. Just basically asking about would you buy a recast? What would you do if you got one? All that kind of stuff. To start with, if I ever received a recast, as in I didn't know that it was going to be a recast, I would keep the doll. For a start, you can't really resell them. There's no place really to resell them. But however, I would report the company or wherever I bought it from, because I think people have the right to have a legitimate doll if that's what they want. Um, However, I do agree with recasts in a lot of aspects, especially the fact that they allow for a different colors of skin. So if you love the sculpt but you don't like the skin color that they give in the company, but you find somewhere maybe they do a chocolate colored or green or something that goes better for your character, then go for it, because these dolls are a lot of money and you don't want to like dye the dolls and have it mess up, because that would be so much money down the toilet, which is why I sometimes agree with them for things like modifications. I mean, I don't want to spend like £200 on a doll, go to mod it, even just to do ear piercings, and have it mess up, because that's a lot of money that you're throwing down the drain. So, in that respect, things like dyeing them is a good idea to buy a recast, mods, good idea, and also limited dolls, because like a lot of people have been saying, limited dolls are only for a short period of time and not everyone can get the money for them. The only thing that suffers for them, because the companies have already made the money, is the people who try and resell them for a ridiculous price. I've seen loads of people like selling limited edition dolls on Den of Angels, and they've been so ridiculously priced. You're like, how can anyone afford that? I could buy like so much more with that. I could pay for like the full time of my tuition fees for college and not have to break a sweat. So in that respect, I agree with limited dolls. I do appreciate, and I do because I'm an artist, I do appreciate that it's considered stealing people's artwork, and I completely respect that, and I respect people who have that belief. I'm not disagreeing with you. But on the other hand, if you're saying this, but also taking, stealing music off of the internet, stealing, that kind of thing, you don't really have a right to say that, because you're basically saying that it's okay to steal from big companies, but not, and it just doesn't add up. So just, really have a good think about that. But if you do believe that, that's fair enough. And I do believe that everybody is entitled to their own opinion. These are just my opinions, and yeah. So, I'm not going to slag you for your beliefs. I'll just nod my head and say, yes, that's fine. And I expect you to do the same for me, please. Um, Another one that I saw, and I couldn't believe this was a question. I agree with one of the girls I watched on here that would anyone actually stop being friends with you for owning a recast? That is just mad, because friendship is not based on that kind of thing. Friendship is based on a connection you have with someone and that you get on with them. Like, fair enough if you say to them, I don't agree with what you've done, but I would never, ever, ever lose a friend over it. Like, never. Because friends are like the most important thing in the world. When all else fails, your friends are there for you. So, even the possibility of that, then if someone, like, any of the people who own recasts, if someone stops being friends with you for owning a recast, they weren't your friends in the first place, because it's just not what friends do. Friends are there for you. Um, yeah, I got a bit heated. Sorry. So yeah, in sort of answer to the prompts, as you've seen throughout this video, I don't condone recasting. In a lot of cases, I think it's a very good thing. Um, I'd understand if, like, obviously people say about resin quality not being as good and stuff, but at the same time, people who buy recasts, you get like they know that that's what they get for buying a recast. That they know if something's happened, like something goes wrong with the resin or something like that, they know that perfectly well that it was a recast and that they haven't paid like as much money as people who get legits do. So that's something you just kind of risk when you buy recasts, and whether you take that risk or not is completely up to you. Um, yeah, I'm going to cut it off there. I kind of feel better now I've done this prompt. Um, so I hope you guys all have a really good day, and just to say thank you to all my subscribers for subscribing to me. Please leave comments below, but please no angry hate messages because I will just delete them. And there's no point in getting all heated and angry at me for what I believe in. And the important thing is that you stick to what you believe in. Anyway, I'll see you guys later, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you.